giggling. Uh-oh, you got fuzz. Nope, no, you're good now.
Yeah.
Got fuzzy.
No. Yeah, so here we are. Hi, flosstube.
I suppose I should say, what, episode 3?
Yes.
But really, I'm just calling this episode 1 now because the other 2 suck shit. This is the one.
This is the one. This is the one that we've been building to.
Peer pressure is lovely. So you are?
I am Dawn, and on Instagram, I am Knit Till Dawn. I am a knitter, and I am in the Kansas City area.
You're not a knitter anymore.
Well, yes, I am. I am. But I'm also a stitcher now, and much to my friends' delight. Yeah, so here I am. The gauntlet was thrown down, and
you just had the floss.
I answered the call.
That's a thing on flosstube. Did you know that?
I did not.
Everyone says oh no, I have itchy lip, okay? But that's just because I need to shave that shit. Okay, so everyone says, I have an itchy nose. Like, I've never had it, but you got it, so we're good.
Yeah, it was like a little fuzzy or something. And you are?
I am Riann, spelled funny. I am at The Stitching You on Instagram and YouTube, because that's the only place they're going to find us until you open your YouTube channel, yeah?
Sure.
Are you going to open one?
I might.
If you're going to put
Who says I don't already have one?
Me.
I already do.
Unless it's very well hidden. It's not
very well hidden.
It's a subscription.
It's very well hidden.
Wait, what did you record?
Oh, it was a long time ago. It was for a class.
Oh, like work or?
Yeah. No, not work. It was literally training. So, yep.
Huh, that sounds enthralling.
I had to, yeah. Well, for some people it was, I was having to do presentations, and so that the link could be sent to the professor and the other students for evaluation, critique, and that kind of thing. So
critiquing. That's not allowed here.
I'll probably take those down or hide them or do whatever I need to do, because those are not meant for public consumption.
Right. I think there's a way you can fix that, though. I mean, don't ask me. I know nothing, but there's a way you can make videos public versus.
Yeah, I think that's why you can't find me, because that's all the videos are only like private.
So don't hunt too hard.
Huh?
So don't hunt too hard.
No. Don't waste your time. I'll put it out there, or put some kind of link. Anyway.
Okay. Do you want to share how we met?
Sure. That'd be fun. As I said, I am a knitter, and I was watching another video podcast about knitting, and Riann has a shop. And
it's more like had at this
point. Had.
I mean, it's still there, but
yeah, don't go looking too hard.
Yeah, don't go looking too hard. Nothing's in there.
So, and she was making and selling project bags for knitting projects, and I loved the sample that was shown on that podcast, and so I looked up her Etsy shop and ordered a bag. And then when I was checking out, I noticed that she lived 10 minutes from where I was, and so I sent her a message and I said, hey, I can come pick it up or something like that. But I don't know that got to you, because you ended up sending it to me. I got it like the next day.
Yeah. It just
and I should have that up there. I should go and grab it or something when you're showing something in a minute. But
that would be fun.
I know which bag it is.
I do too. Actually, That's weird.
Yeah. And
it was the orange one with the black bat overlay, yeah?
Yes, exactly. And so it was right around Halloween time, which is our favorite holiday.
Yep.
And I didn't have any knitting friends in the community where we lived at the time. And it should be said that right now, Riann and I are how many hours apart? where we
Like
live now,
500 miles.
500 miles apart now.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, ex-husband.
yeah. So,
Yeah, he can kiss something.
oh Lord, let's not go down that rabbit trail.
No. But it's funny to have
Not
little
that kind
side
of
notes.
podcast.
I mean, it depends. It could be at some point, but not today.
Not today. Not today. Yes.
Not today,
So,
Satan.
anyway, I sent a message to Riann and I said, hey, we're so close together. I'm a knitter. You're a knitter. Do you want to meet for coffee? And we can just chat. And, if we're just not, we don't have to do it again. It's just no pressure. Just, I'd like to have a knitting friend. And we had a couple of false starts with weather and somebody was sick and
Well, the first false start was that I pussed out.
oh.
So remember I said, oh, it's kind of busy right now. Well, which was true with the shop and
Yeah.
Stay-at-home mom, whatever. But so I said, well, it's kind of busy right now, so maybe let's aim for after Christmas.
Right.
And then I think we had set it for toward the end of January when I finally had balls enough to be like, yeah, let's meet. And then
Yep.
And then I ended up having a migraine. And so it was actually I think our first date was February 16th.
Something like that. Yeah.
And we've been dating ever since.
So that would have been,
oh gosh,
5 years ago.
6?
6 years ago.
Yep.
6 years ago, right?
Because I've been here for 4. Oh God, I've been here forever. Because Ollie was still in preschool.
Mm-hmm.
We moved here when he was in kindergarten, so he would have been 3. So yeah, 6 years ago. In February, it'll be 6 years.
That you've been there?
No, that we've known each other.
Oh, that we've known each other. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then in April, it'll be 4 years that I've been stuck here.
Hang on. Anyway, that's
it's freaking Arctic right now. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
There is not a moist part on my body. It is horrible.
This is an adult-friendly channel.
It totally is adult-friendly.
So be warned, flosstube, that there may be the occasional F-bomb. There may be some,
Ryan has a potty mouth.
A little. We're not saying who.
We're both a little pervy sometimes.
A little bit. So just be warned. Clear the children from the room.
And maybe the pets too, depending. Whatever.
No, we're all about the pets. We'll show you our fur babies here. Oh, and I should also mention that I am the mother of 2 teenagers who both just acquired their driver's licenses.
Dear God. Okay, there's one positive for not living there.
Yeah.
And I have to drive around that.
You're in the Kansas City area, stay off sidewalks. My oldest is 19 and my youngest.
Is she? Oh God, I'm so old. I still think they're 14.
And my youngest is 15. Ugh. And my oldest graduated from high school last year, and my younger child is a sophomore in high school. So anyway, you were talking about the weather. We're finally getting a little bit of a reprieve from our very, very cold. It's 41 degrees right now.
27 degrees.
Freaking heat wave. Huh?
It was 14 yesterday, and I was like, woohoo, everybody.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when my boyfriend and I went out last night, north of here to a speakeasy, which was very fun. It was 23 degrees, I think, when we were out there. But when we got there, it wasn't so bad when we first got out of the car, but we started walking. We didn't have far to walk, maybe half a block. And we started walking, and the wind kind of picked up a little bit. And, oh my God. It was very cold.
23 degrees here feels like summer.
I'm sure.
It's summer. Get out your shorts.
Oh, shorts. Yeah.
Actually, I did see a guy the other day. I think the other day It was mid last week. It maybe hit 40. And I did actually see a guy at the store that was in his shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, just go to the high school car line.
Kids,
Do you see shorts?
Their bodies are different. Hormones warm you right up, apparently.
I didn't need to know that.
Well, I'm just saying, teenagers, they're always in stuff that's inappropriate for the weather.
Well, okay, so here, I have a theory about that.
Okay.
And then we can talk about me being a beginner stitcher.
Okay.
But
wait,
the,
we're doing stitching today?
huh?
I said, wait, we're talking stitching today?
Oh, we're 10 minutes in and yeah. So my theory is that the kids dress the way that they do and don't have coats and dress in cooler stuff or even layers or not. Because two reasons. Number one, in high school, you don't want to be hauling that coat all over the place, and you don't want to keep it in your locker where you're going to have to haul back because it might be on the other side of the school from where your last class is, all that kind of stuff. They don't want to do that. And number two, they keep the school very warm. It's not hot, but it's warmer even than your regular home would be. I mean, I do not keep my house at 77 degrees. It's too hot.
I don't remember that. I was always freezing my ass off at school.
No, they've changed it because my kid is like, I don't want to carry my coat around because first of all, just manhandling that and a MacBook and, and there are still a few books that they have to carry, notebooks, of course, and all that. And a backpack and, and a water bottle. So, you know what, if it's the difference between walking the short distance, because they're not driving to school yet themselves, but the short distance to walk and get in the car, you're going to be cold for a minute, or getting out of the car and walking to the door. They don't walk to school that way. Yeah. And is the difference is you're going to take your coat or your water bottle. I want you to take your water bottle. Yeah. Because both my kids, oddly enough, have done a really good job at staying hydrated. So
that's good.
Yeah. They didn't learn that from me.
Like water's the new pot, or
damn, I got to get on that train.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I haven't
Let's
had
not go
by
there.
the way. I'm just normally this cheerful.
Yeah. Okay, so what I was saying about being a beginner, this is going to be, at least for the time being, a beginner friendly floss tube, because I stitched when I was younger, much younger, but did not finish that project, and have just picked it back up seriously in the last few years because of Riann's influence. So I have all of 4 whips. All y'all are going amateur.
It's a start. I'm working on you. It's a start.
Yeah, exactly. But as a knitter, I am not
monogamous.
No, God, no. What?
Yarn whore.
No, yeah. I have probably 16 whips right now, and you'll probably see them like 16 knitting whips.
I know, but I don't even knit anymore, and I have more than that.
I mean, that's why. But so I'm not averted to, I'm not afraid to start things. I do like to finish them eventually, but I very much am a process knitter, and I am enjoying the process. It took some tweaking to get the process and my setup comfortable for me as far as my stitching is concerned. I think that's kind of why it was such a slow start to get to this point. But now the bug has definitely bitten. I want to do it all the time.
That's so awesome. I created a monster.
It's alive.
You know what I want to do though? I want to find, even though our tastes are pretty vastly different as far
Yeah.
as stitching projects go, I would love to find something we both love and like stitch it together.
Do a stitch, a stitch
Yeah.
along.
Our own little stitch along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to that point, if you guys have any suggestions, Riann is into Prim. You probably saw that on previous videos.
It's
And
like Prim vomit over there.
yeah, exactly. But it's beautiful, but my style is I
would say traditional with a slight edge of contemporary.
yes, yeah. So can I show?
Yeah,
I think this is a pretty good example of it. See if I have I actually bought this pattern last year and I didn't actually start it until like this spring.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, I would say that this was the project that really kind of lit my fire and
wait, this spring?
This spring?
Dang, time flies. I thought, I'm getting a note of closed. Okay, I got a notification.
Okay.
I could swear it was only like since maybe the fall that we'd been really seriously talking stitching with each other. I mean,
no, I mean I started it. I got all the floss. I got, I picked out the fabric. I kind of started it, and then it was in the fall when I really started to really.
Okay, so my brain was clicking right once. Yep. Do you know how you're going to finish that yet?
I don't. I think I'm probably just going to frame it.
Okay.
So this is Abstract Christmas Tree, designed by Clarke, through Artisty Cross Stitch. And I'm pretty sure I bought this at 123stitch.com. So, yeah.
There's a tangent for you. How is Kansas City? It's a freaking desert for stitchers. But okay, Quilter Station and Lee Summit's getting better. It's Lee Summit, right?
Yeah, but it's 45 minutes away from me. I'm still technically in the area. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's literally your only choice. I mean, the other one I know of, and then we won't name names, blows. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Horrible. Yeah. But so, and I doubt we're thinking of the same one. I bet we're not thinking of the same place, though. That'll be a side note for later. I know I'm thinking of a different place from you. What town is yours in? Kansas City? Because mine's in Blue Springs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. No, yeah, we are talking about a different one then.
Yeah, and still not naming names. Anywho, they both suck. Okay, so let me just tell you how it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, don't hold back. But that has been a lot of fun, and
yeah,
I actually have it here. I don't have it hooped up, so I can actually show you.
You can show on hoops too,
Well, but I mean, it's right here. It's not.
We don't deal with hoop haters around here. Wait, you finished it?
No.
Oh, okay. You're so close, though. Yes, you are. You are.
Well, okay, so it's 3 more charts here across the bottom. This obviously is the side of the tree at the bottom. And then there's one here, there's one here, and there's one over here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but and those pages are ginormous.
This middle one,
yeah,
is like, the chart is insane. It's like, I mean, it's like wall-to-wall stitches. So, whereas, like this one up here at the top in the middle, and this, there's 9 charts for this. So there's 1, 2, 3, and like 1 and 3 at the top was like right in the corner, right on the edge, like 10 stitches on both. Like, woohoo, I finished another chart.
You can go on and be like, I had a page finish, yo.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, it's so that one, you're right, though, it is very close, and it is so much fun to stitch. So,
I know you're just getting into watching floss tubers and stuff, but who is it? Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. She's Kathy Barrick's daughter, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
You probably don't know who Kathy Barrick is yet either, but that's all right.
Not yet.
But so she had, and she's not the first to do it. Prairie Schooler did it years ago, but she had a tree finish where she actually finished it in a triangle.
I've seen those.
Right?
I've seen
that
those.
would be
Yeah,
so cute done like that.
it would be. The other thing I was thinking, instead of framing it, was to make it into a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Which I am a sewist as well.
Yeah.
So, and a quilter.
Yep.
And a crocheter.
Yep. We both do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that. I don't do tatting. And I enjoy looking and seeing embroidery. Ryan and I have a mutual friend who is a wonderful embroiderer and hand embroidery, and she produces beautiful things.
Yeah.
But I don't have the patience for that. I mean, cross stitch is about my limit for the patience. I don't mind doing the French knots, and I don't, the special stitches in cross stitch. I don't mind that, but having an entire project of those it's it's not my thing, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And all crafts are welcome. So
it's okay to have your own style.
We're makers.
So yeah. I
So,
mean, our styles don't match in very many things, but we're still besties.
Exactly. Well, and
I'm not gonna lie, I hate that Christmas tree. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So that is
your first whip, right?
It's my first whip, but it's not my oldest one. It's the one that kind of exemplifies the little bit more modern.
Oh yeah, the winter.
As far as Christmas is concerned, especially there are more modern kind of interpretation of colors on there. You don't have the Christmas red. You have pinks. You have orange. You have lime green. That kind, and blues. The blues, obviously, but they're just not a lot of it. So and then the swirls and that kind of thing. So I like the style a lot. It's not necessarily indicative of my overall style as my home, because you can see my cast iron.
Yeah. You got a little bit of old in you.
I do.
Not old, like old timey.
Yeah, okay, kind of country, but not
mauve with geese.
I was just gonna say with geese. No,
do you have a geese? Do you have a goose on your front porch that you dress in raincoats for the spring? I mean, you have room for it. It's just
I would say that might be a good segue into something else. But I will show you. May I show you my oldest whip?
Yeah, I do. Oh,
yes,
back to the Christmas tree for 1 second.
Yeah.
So you're stitching that on what, 18 count Ada?
I'm sorry. Yes, 18 count Ada.
Freaking newbies.
And
then with called for DMCs?
Just DMCs called for. Yeah, I did. Oh, I subbed one blue because I kept coming to it and I didn't have it, and my Joann's was out of it. So I just found a pretty close DMC floss. I could list it, but I'll probably forget. I mean,
if somebody asks, you can always tell them. So
yep. So this one is Winter Season by Sandra Cozzolino.
Yeah.
And
that's really cute.
Yeah.
Are you going to have it done by Valentine's Day, or?
I might.
You should.
I might.
Actually, you should have it done by tonight, but whatever.
Maybe not, because I don't have, well, I don't know. I don't know.
You're so close. Again, you're so close. That snowman is so cute.
Isn't he?
Yeah. Love it.
He still needs his little cocky grin.
Oh, I thought that was your, I need a pipe in my whole face. Like, I can't, the snowman pipe. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
He doesn't, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Like
That's also Popeye.
So I am kind of close, but I've got to do all of this and all of this.
Okay.
So
that
it's definitely doable by then. But
the letters are quick, but that band at the top with the snowflakes and the dark blue, that's gonna take a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, let me see. Okay, well, actually, it's only 2 color. There's a lot of backstitch in there that creates the variation in color.
Oh, backstitch.
I don't mind it.
Good for you.
I don't mind it.
I'd rather have a tooth pulled without Novocaine than backstitch.
So the snowflakes are backstitched in and around the words. You can see right here in January.
Yeah.
And I've already done some of that, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. So,
but it's actual backstitching and not like a elongated Smyrna cross or something like that, right?
Right. Well, there are a couple of those as well.
Okay. Because that one big one did look a bit like an elongated Smyrna.
It's actually stitched.
Okay.
The big one in the middle there is actually stitched with what looks like white or off-white, but then there are back stitches that radiate from at the cross quarters.
That didn't really focus well, so I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wonder if holding it back a little bit would help. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
And when people show things on screen on video podcasts, I'm always like, hold it still and leave it there for a second.
Yeah, because it's all like
such a hurry. It's like making me seasick. But I'll try not to do that. But
I might.
That's what that is, and just teeny tiny little. Yeah, I don't think that would be hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, one progress keeper, progress keeper. Listen to me. Needle minder stuck to the other through the bag.
Whoops.
And pull it apart. So
don't get those magnets near your phone.
No, they're nowhere near my phone.
Good.
She says as she moves her phone.
Like
no, it was. I just moved it even further away. So anyway, so that one is close, and I have 2 more. Let's see some of yours.
Oh God, where do I even start?
Wherever you want. Okay. Right in the middle.
It's just not pretty.
Reach and grab.
Yeah. Okay. This one is an eternal favorite that will probably be an eternal with. It's my migraine stitch.
Tilt it. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
so it's from the Animal Crackers series by Stacy Nash. It's Theodore. So you stitch him up, and then there's this little sewn bag, and then he has a pocket on his back to hold your scissors. It's the cutest.
Nice.
It's been a whip forever. But now it has become my migraine stitch because holes. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing it on.
I didn't say what fabric I was doing mine on.
Oh yeah, the winter one. What is that?
The winter one. That's even weave.
Okay. The 28 count?
Yes. So I'm doing it 2/2.
Okay. This looks like, I'm just going to go with 18 count Ada because I died with coffee. Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing one straight. Like it's very good coverage.
Oh, he's so sweet.
But so, right? Isn't he adorable?
Look at that face.
I know. And so I was pretty sick last week, as you know. So I got like a lot of this done in here.
Yeah.
As much as I could. But like the holes, like I don't have to focus that hard.
Right.
So it's easier when I feel like puking.
What floss? What floss is that?
So I'm doing the Club Force. They're all gassed.
Okay.
So, well, that's the Gentle Art sampler threads.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only what, 4 colors in? Yeah. Nope, 5.
Wow.
So it's not like, if you're gonna buy fancy floss, it's not like a super expensive one to do.
It's not super expensive investment. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like for something like this, it's totally worth. And I'm gonna backtrack on that later. I'm gonna backtrack on that statement later.
Okay.
But for something like this, it's totally worth getting the fancy floss because it just brings the cat alive. You know, do I want to see a solid colored or no? Like that variegation makes it so much cuter.
Right. Well, and it's that variation that keeps you from having to buy a lot of it.
Yep. Fancy project bag.
Yay.
No, Iris that I sew them. I just bought this crap off Amazon. This one is still hooped up because I've been working on it. I was up at 5:30 this morning, like a typical insomniac.
On Saturday.
And I was stitching on it.
I was snoring.
That's attractive. I've been told I snore, but since I don't hear it, I'm calling them liars.
Not waking me up.
Right? There is a guest room.
No, I do feel bad when I.
We're laughing so much we're crying. This is like the 4th time I've had to clean myself. Okay. Like a cat just. Okay.
Don't you love it when they're sleepy? Oh, look at that. Back it up just a little bit.
A behemoth. Do which with it?
Back it up a little bit.
Ooh.
There you go.
Dutch Beauty.
Oh.
Behemoth. Like seriously, this thing is a BAP. That's what stitchers call big ass project, a BAP.
Yep.
So it's crazy. It's like 600 some odd stitches by 300 some odd, almost 400. Yeah, you keep laughing, Chuckles. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna get this done.
There's so many reasons that I love you. Back it up, purple. Sorry. Words reference.
I started it. Damn, I should have started it somewhere else. That swan is. I thought the deer was big. That swan is. Well, that swan could kill somebody. So here's where I got his antlers done today.
Yay!
Okay, well, no, they're totally done. I got them totally done today.
Yay! Okay, so what fabric is that?
This one is, okay, everyone's going to ask me about this, and that's like a whole different subject for a whole different time.
Okay.
This is off the bolt linen. Like literally off the bolt. Do you want to see my bolt? He's big. Are you ready? I'm not joking. Like,
oh my god! It's not just a bolt; it's a roll bolt.
It's one of the big ones you see at Joann's, like for upholstery. Yeah. This may, I don't know. It's pretty thick. This may well be near upholstery weight too. But the holes are good. Well, it's uneven weave, okay?
Right.
But it's not. Sorry to lean out. It's not so uneven that I dislike it, and it is a little slubby. And so I stitched a sample, and essentially what it comes out with is 36 count one way and 40 count the other.
Oh.
So,
okay.
You know, and it wasn't like back in olden times. It wasn't uncommon for girls to stitch on uneven weaves, right?
Oh no, of course
like,
not. Yeah.
There were things that were crazy, like 36 by 50, you know, like crazy uneven.
Right.
So I'm pretty happy with how my stitches are looking. Like, I don't know. I remeasured it because I wasn't positive of the count when I restarted on working on this fabric again. But it's got to be 3640 because one strand looks so good. But when I measured...
Are you doing 1/1?
1/2.
1/2. Okay.
Yep. Oh, and with all the called for DMC.
Okay.
Which is so a nice palette. It's very... I got to straighten this. It's very muted.
Oh, very you.
The only one that throws me for a loop, but I'm going to keep it, is this purpley color.
See, that's right up my alley.
I know. Okay, so the only reason I'm keeping it is because there is a slight hint of brown to it, which makes it more acceptable for me.
So the just think of it as an homage to me.
Yeah. Well, also, have you seen the project? I mean, that purple's going to get so lost in there.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying, is there's so many other colors, and it's probably not very prominent in a lot. It's probably very much an accent color, or a, you know, small little berries or something.
One thing that messes with my head, you won't be able to see it, but up at the top left is this little windmill.
Uh-huh.
The arms of the windmill are done in that purple. Yep. It bugs me.
But okay, so is it placement? In other words, is it to make it so that the purple is evenly distributed? That if it weren't there, if it were something else, it would make sense. You need to send me a picture of that, because on the screen I can't see it very clearly, but
it's possible, because this sampler is really balanced. The little girl, I don't even know how old she was. It was done in 1790 though. The little girl that stitched this, like, she had, everything was very symmetrical. And then she also had 3 solidly visible sections in the sampler.
Gotcha.
And so it's not very random at all. And a lot of the motifs are repeated on each side.
Balanced. Yeah.
Yep. Like exact same on both sides. So I started in the middle because that's where the biggest motifs are. And I'm thinking, like, if I get that done, then the rest of it won't scare the crap out of me.
Yeah. Well, and you know, that is one thing that is very different about the same but different between knitters and stitchers, is that I am finding that stitchers, a lot of times, it's more about the process than the final product. Yes, you want to get things done.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I know, but it's, well, I guess it depends on how much time you have and how fast. My feeling is that knitting goes a lot faster. Maybe it's because I'm a fast knitter.
I think you could equate a medium-sized sampler to an average-sized sweater or shawl.
Right, and for some knitters, that's a big-ass project.
It is. I mean, have you seen how many sweaters I finished?
Have you seen how many I finished?
So, okay, you need to stitch Dutch Beauty then. No, you need to stitch my Dutch Beauty then.
No.
Get her done.
Linen, and I just might.
Oh, do you want to try linen? I could totally dye some of that up and send it. I have a whole bolt.
Well, in that case, since you're offering,
I'm not going to run out anytime soon.
Yeah, it's not like I'm putting you out of anything. Yeah, I'd love to try it.
Okay, I'll send you some.
So, okay, keep going.
The other most recent. Okay, I'm trying to do like a 5-day rotation on everything.
Right.
Nobody said those 5 days have to be consecutive, right?
No.
Because some days I don't stitch at all because I'm too sick. Or it's a migraine day and I do Theodore.
Hand over your stitcher card.
I don't
Hand over your stitcher card.
I stitch Theodore. Okay, this one was my last 5-day rotation before BAP. Scarlett House, 7. Oh my God, words. 7 sheep sampler.
I was like when I saw that, you showed that on your last video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's also been on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Oh my word.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want to borrow it when I'm done? Really? You would stitch it?
I'm gonna take a closer look.
Okay, because maybe this could be our Sal. I'm not that far in.
Wait,
So
I have 5 whips.
such a rookie. Okay, you probably haven't watched her yet. Olivia of Pumpkin Hollow Quilts.
I haven't watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has what she calls a mocking basket. I laugh at that hysterically. I have a mocking file cabinet. Uh-huh. I won't even count my cross stitch whips because too scary. So.
Okay, so the Scarlett house.
Yep.
I'm looking at your post on Instagram. And
Tanya is like, oh God. I want to be her when I grow up. She's awesome.
So let's talk. I mean, just because the colors are not quite my thing.
There's pink in. You like pink. I'm kicking the pink out. It's to the curb. Which is part of my dilemma. But you may continue.
I guess I could do pink. I guess I'm not at the I love the acorns. Mm-hmm.
The whole tree of acorns. I mean, come on. So good. Well, plus sheep. Duh.
And I was just gonna say there's sheep. So I was thinking, if I could do, I am not putting my age on this thing. I'll put the year.
Do you know what I was gonna just say though? Such a smart ass. I'm looking at the time recorded and I'm like, hey, that's Dawn's age. But it's not. It's not. It's totally not. Don't look too hard. It's totally a lie.
So, and that's a nice thing. I'm not sure how confident I am about changing colors, but I think for me, the key for that particular project would be not having the fabric be too dark.
Yep.
I think that, allowing those colors to kind of come through and maybe changing a couple of them to brighten it up just a little bit, but not to take away from it.
Too muted.
Well, see, I don't know. It's stitched on such dark fabric that.
So this picture, wait, is this the original or her stitch? Ah, crap. I can't tell. This is probably her stitch of the original. Okay, but so a lot of these designers will put a photo of the original sampler on the cover. Mm-hmm. And then when you see it stitched, a lot of times it's vastly different. Color saturation, hello, words are hard still. Color saturation is so much different, and I kind of like the muted. I mean, you know me, I like the muted colors, but also there's no reason I can't help you with switching up colors or whatever.
Okay, so I just looked up the post, using the hashtag on Instagram, and there's somebody here, and I can't quite tell. What's the floss that's called for there?
Okay, so it's her model was stitched using silks.
Oh, okay.
If you do the suggested conversions, there's a choice for DMCs and there's a choice for GAST.
Okay, this person is using the GAST version, and it's a little bit lighter fabric and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and that was something else I was going to tell you. Like, if see
anybody's interested, it's Trudy Gongora on Instagram. But what?
Ooh, I follow her. Hi, Trudy.
Let me turn down the brightness in this, see if you can see that. See?
That's not the right sampler though. That's the other one. That's the floral motif sampler. Did you lose your place?
I did. Hold on.
Aren't you surprised I know the name of the sampler?
What's the name of the sampler?
7 Sheep.
Okay. Daddy. But that's the idea. That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking is that, whoops. Now my brightness is too low for me to see.
It's going to be hard to see on the screen either way, but everyone who watches this.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
I mean, you're just.
This is kind of how we,
here.
guys, this is how we operate. This is how Riann and I are. So.
Tangent.
Rabbit trails. Okay. I'm going to turn this brightness back down. Okay. This is Karen A. Lynch.
Yep, I follow her as well.
She posted this last year.
Nobody said I was caught up with the times. See, that's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous, but it's a little bit brighter than at least the picture that I see on the front of that. So this I would love.
Yep.
This I could see on my mantle, framed in on my mantle.
So but that's something else too that a lot of stitchers who do samplers will tell you is, I don't know why, but a lot of designers, despite their best efforts, I would hope, the pictures they put on the front of their packets are really browned out, or like they're just not the most flattering picture, right? But then when you see it stitched, like it's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
And so it's worth the time. Like if you see something you might like, it's worth your time to go on, or even just Google it, but go on Instagram and see other people's stitches of it.
That's what
Yeah.
Absolutely a good thing to do.
I've been convinced to stitch patterns I would have never looked twice at.
Absolutely.
Because I saw someone stitch up.
Just this one as an example. If I saw it, because it's not necessarily style-wise in my wheelhouse, but with the adjustment of the fabric to a little bit lighter and the color, which allows the colors to come out, it's totally a game changer for me. That's possible. And again, as a new again,
you're not that new, but okay.
Let's just put it this way. My knowledge base and my experience is limited at this point. So anyway, so having that the access to people's pictures of it. So people post your pictures of your projects, your whips and your finishes, and it really does make a difference, especially for people who are really wanting to get into making. I've been very this lately.
And then be sure that you use the most common hashtag associated with it.
Yes,
because that's the only way someone's really going to find it, right?
And when in doubt, if the designer has an Instagram account, go back to when they posted it about it and see what hashtag they used. Because
I will say, and this is maybe just for cross stitch, I will say I haven't noticed very many designers using a specific hashtag for their specific design.
Then use the most common one. If that now it's a little different in the knitting world. They'll actually put on a pattern. If you post, please use this hashtag. I mean, obviously you can use whatever hashtag you want, but to help other people find it, that is great. So whenever I see a hashtag on a pattern that I've just bought, that's right where I go.
Yeah, because you might change up colors from that. I mean, exactly. Same thing with stitching. I mean, knitting is super fun to change up colors.
Absolutely.
I got, I'm changing all the colors because I have problems, and I'm changing them as I go. This is where I made it. So a couple of the colors are called for, maybe only one at this point, which would be that kind of peachy color that's above the grass here.
Right.
That's the only one I'm using so far that's called for. Otherwise, I'm changing them.
Pretty.
So the whole thing started with, and several people have already chatted with me about this, but the whole thing started with that pink. I abhor pink. I can't do it. Like pink and purple are I dislike them so intensely that I can't. I don't know what it is, but even in a small quantity, I just can't do it. But so I had started stitching it on a completely different fabric actually too. And I had subbed a what I would call a brown toned red for the
Mhm.
pink.
Mhm.
But when I was looking at it, it just felt too high contrast, like too in your face,
Oh.
bright.
Mhm.
So I was
Mhm.
like, well, I kind of hate this. So I need
Mhm.
to take a break from it. And
Right.
so I picked a completely different piece of fabric, started at the bottom in a different place where it would be easier to choose colors. And I thought, as I get further along in the pattern, because that basically that whole bottom third really doesn't have that pink in it,
Right.
aside from like little pieces here and there.
Right.
So I figured by the time I get that quantity of the pattern done, I'll really have a good feel for what color just
Exactly.
feels right to me.
Feels right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. And you know that I know
Excuse me.
people have maybe have an aversion. I don't know. Um, I'm with cross stitch. It's kind of
Mm,
important to get things right.
yeah.
But that goes for color too. You
Yeah.
know, it's like now.
Well, and a big thing is this is a reproduction sampler, meaning
Mhm.
a little girl
Yeah.
did actually stitch it, right?
Right. Right.
And so a lot a lot of times it almost feels it almost feels wrong to change anything about it because you're not duplicating history.
Right. Right.
But I
You're not
just
honoring it.
can't.
Yeah.
I just
I
can't.
can understand. So change it just a little bit, you know.
Well, what
Um,
I'm doing
I
is
mean, I'm
changing
not
it up.
gonna, I,
I mean, if
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
going
break
to
it, I'm
take
just gonna break
something
it all
like
the way.
that. I wouldn't take something like that and use hot pink and purple and royal blue, you know, it's like, oh my, the travesty.
Right? But that
I'd be
also
handing
doesn't
over
match the
my stitcher
style,
card.
so. Okay, and okay, this is a funny side note. Funny as shit, actually. How many bags have I sewn in my entire life, right? I mean, we're talking probably near 3,000.
Probably, yeah.
Okay? So,
Rough estimate.
right. This, I love. Uh-huh. I love it, right? And I used, by the way, people, these are not available, so don't ask me. Um, I used a much coveted line of fabric that I had for several years that I was gonna make like a quilt or something with, right?
Right.
It was like Harvest Cheddar line by Nan somebody or other. Can't remember.
I am in love.
Right?
I
Okay.
am love.
So I'm like, I suck at quilting because I hardly ever feel like sewing anymore. I certainly don't
Oh.
feel like sewing a quilt. That's crazy talk, right? So I'm like, just suck it up, Ryan. Make some bags, make a little money off this fabric that's just sitting there collecting dust, right? So I did sell them, what I had available. But my rookie mistake, you ready?
What?
It's like
You
I've
said
never
you did
done
that?
it before.
Who are you and what have you done with my friend?
Right? All I can do is blame migraine drugs. I'm being slightly out of practice. Okay, but look, there's a pretty side. This came out.
Oh, there's, oh, see, there you go.
Hey, I did one.
Hey.
I did one side right. So I was just zipping this. What made me think of that is I was just zipping this, and one of the freaking threads got caught in the zipper, and I had to
Oh,
yank the shit out of it to close it.
oh.
So just so everybody knows, I keep the crap bags for myself. I'm gonna toss that, and I'm sure as hell not gonna rip it apart and resew it.
No. Oh my
I'd
God,
rather
no.
just get some fray check and glue the shit
I
out of
was
it.
just gonna say there's gotta be something you can do with that
Yeah.
to keep it from getting in your way.
Right? Yeah.
The
Those are the only three things I've worked on in like the last couple weeks.
okay, well, I have two more things to show.
Go for it.
So
What if I need a smoke break? Is there a way to pause this?
no, just to stop.
We may continue.
So yeah, if we were into editing, I could maybe put them together, but I don't think that there's a way to do that. So
Nobody has time for that nonsense.
So this is, hang on just a second.
I'm just going to put it out there. Editing is fake.
Okay. I'm trying to find, oops. So I'm still learning about, like popular design, you know, like the names, you know, name dropping. I can't do that because I don't know what the names are. But I am familiar with this one. I'm sure everybody is, and kind of household naming, cross stitching. But here, let me turn the. Sorry.
I'm going to send you a lot more that are popular and well known that you should follow too, by the way.
Okay.
Is that Tiny Modernist? Who is that?
Satsuma Street.
Satsuma. That's so cute. Wait, is that the Libra one?
That's the Libra one.
Really? You have to stitch that one next? Maybe that has to be our Sal.
Well, I'm stitching Libra. I'm stitching it from, I know, I'm stitching it for my Libra, whose birthday is the day after Riann's.
Yeah.
So that's as far as I've gotten.
I'm not laughing at you. Well,
You're laughing at me. Don't lie.
Freaking black fabric.
Okay,
slows everybody down.
This is a cussing friendly podcast, but it is, we will not tolerate lies.
It takes a bit of a minute to get used to black fabric. I know. It's hard. Although I will tell you, I would much rather stitch on black Ada. Ooh, pretty. Except for that purple.
Which, you mean this purple?
No, that looks like dried blood, but what else?
Oh, like my
at least
birthstone.
On screen. It does on screen anyway. I mean, if that's not the color, then you need to adjust your lighting. This is not my fault.
No, this is eggplant purple.
Okay.
So,
so dried.
Anyway, so I've started that. That's going to be a, I'll get it done in time. So maybe for her birthday, or for her, or for Christmas, because I'm also going to stitch Cancer for my, younger child.
Yeah.
So
you're gifting those to how many people total now and thought, like 4? Yeah. What did you say your sister is? Capricorn?
Libra.
Oh God, 3 Libras?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna need to space those out because you're gonna get sick as shit of stitching that.
Yeah. So, well, no, I'm stitching.
I mean, if you're gonna stitch 3, could you just stitch another one for me? What's
well,
one
and then I'm going to stitch Leo for another friend of mine.
Yeah.
And Pisces for.
That works out then. You can do Libra, Leo, Libra, Pisces, Libra. Oh my God. The freaking Libras are taking over the world.
Right. Well, and you know what? I was really, I don't know what my prejudice was against 14 count Ada, but
2 strands.
I don't mind.
That's my prejudice.
You know that. What I do, I like I don't know what the techniques are called, the anchoring my floss at the beginning when I begin to stitch with a new thread.
Yep.
Doing a long length and folding it in half.
Yep.
And putting the needle through the loop in the back.
Yep.
And anchoring the floss that way. No knots, no threading it through. Huh?
It's called the loop method.
Okay, cool. I do that.
How apropos.
Because I like stitching with 2 threads. I like the coverage and I don't mind it. I do, and maybe this is like, but I do railroad the top, the cross.
Okay,
I don't do the bottom. I don't do the bottom, but I do.
That's a freaking waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless it's like freaking twisted and it's like teeny tiny and it's a bump under there.
Do you know the one time I would railroad both legs
Mm.
is if I'm on black with like white.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been watching really carefully, even with like this old gold color. And I am using the called for DMC.
Yeah. Was that the fabric she called for or something different?
No, she called for 14 count black Ada.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the sampler is stitched on. I almost said knit on, stitched on. But yeah, I've been watching really carefully on this to make sure that they're with that high contrast that it's laying down. And so far they look pretty good.
Yeah.
So, so that's that one. And I started that yesterday. So, and I have a light box in my Amazon cart.
Yep.
So,
I don't even use mine for stitching, but I freaking love that thing.
That will be headed my way next week.
Yay.
And then the last one is something that Riann, okay, a few months ago, Riann turned me on to a Facebook group that is a private group called Stitch Witchery. I have witchy leanings, and so that was very fitting, and I think kind of helped boost me in the direction of stitching and that kind of thing. Well, announced in December, starting January 1st, a new group was set up, and it was a recommendation on Facebook because I was part of Stitch Witchery, that they're doing a year-long stitch-along based on the tarot.
Cool.
So this is the cover page for the frame that she designed and released January 1st.
I love those crescent moon corners. Those are awesome.
Yeah. And that, and the variation of the people posting in the group and everything. So it is something that you sign up for and you pay for. And this is obviously not a chart. I'm not showing anything I shouldn't. I don't think. Okay.
No, you're not. You're fine.
So, and this is the ornate frame. She also has a modern frame that doesn't have this down the side, and it's a little bit different. She has stars at random and along the side. I liked the ornate one. And, people are changing the layout. They don't want something that's portrait. They want something landscape. And it's just really cool to see all of the different, she has moderators who are experts, who help people out if they get stuck. And it's just really, really cool. And I finally, yesterday, got all of the floss that I needed.
Ooh, holy mess, Batman.
Yeah, exactly. So that all needs to go on to.
I'm totally judging you right now.
Flosstube. Swear friendly, judgment friendly.
But only if we're judging each other.
No lying.
Only if we're judging each other.
Oh, absolutely.
If other people get on here and try and judge me or you, bye-bye. Not allowed.
No.
Click.
No. So, so we're stitching along. That is for those who are interested and who care. It is the 22 cards of the major arcana.
Yep.
And so they'll be released 2 a month between February and December, the first of the month. So that was it.
The only thing you should probably watch, because it's considered essentially a mystery cell, right?
Yeah, I won't show the cards.
Yeah, I mean, you can show them, but I would just give it a couple weeks after they've been released.
Right, after they've been released. Yeah. So, and do a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So, and it's on my stand over there. So, but I started in the middle because my fabric is dyed by Riann. Like, 5 years ago.
Also, don't ask me for that because I don't do that shit.
No. Obviously, it was funny. I posted the other night. I had a mug of hot chocolate rum chata, and I had it in the shot. Huh?
I love rum chata.
I have never heard anybody say, I hate rum chata. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Anyway, I had it and I took a picture of it kind of close so you could see the hot chocolate, the mug, and my stitch. And I posted it in the group. And the first comment, the gal was like, that's giving me anxiety. How close you're. I felt like saying, this is coffee stained. So if I get a little hot chocolate on it.
Okay, I don't
want
to be a bitch, but okay, that's a lie.
I am what I am.
Seriously, we all drink and eat around our stitching.
Oh yeah, I know.
I have yet to meet a fabric where I can't get something out. You just got to know how to do it.
Dude, I've got a cat. Do you know how much cat hair is in my knitting and in my stitching?
How much guinea pig hair is now in my stitching? Okay, I'm not even joking. Jackson's guinea pig hairs are longer than Morty's cat hairs, and they are so much stickier. There's going to be way more piggy hair in my stitching now than cat hair. That's for awesome. Real.
That's awesome. Well, I do want to grab one thing because I was reminded yesterday about something. I need to go about 6 feet that way. I'll be right back.
I swear, people who go out of camera, I mean, I don't even have time for this. That was the longest wait ever.
It'll be worth it.
Okay, good.
Do you know what popped up in my memories feed on Facebook?
Uh-oh. Do I want to know? Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, can I just...
Yes!
I still love that so much.
Yes, you may. This is a project bag that Riann stitched and made for me before she moved to Minnesota.
What? There was an occasion for that, though. What was the occasion? Do we remember? I mean, it wouldn't have been sheepy related or anything. It just was like, was it for your birthday or like? It was.
I think it was for my birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why would I have posted it so late in the month? Oh, we may not have been able to get together for me to open it until then.
This is true.
My birthday was the first week of this month, so of January. So
yeah.
I always have to think about, you know, when people do video podcasts and they say this month, that month, and it's like people are watching it 2 years from now. It's like, what?
Okay,
I look and see what day.
Let's just fix that. Today is Saturday, January 22nd of 2022.
Thank you very much.
It is 12:54 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And then,
oh yeah,
my needle miner.
Ooh, side note. Okay. Excuse me, phlegm. Yeah, I know, it's disgusting. Make that face again. Okay, I've been using those so much, like that the color has started kind of wearing off the paper.
Oh, okay.
So I just did like, I don't know, 7-8 coats of light coats of hairspray.
Okay. Yep.
I'm involved.
Yep. I actually have some, I'll have to show some of my other projects, but the Wheel of the Year table.
Yep.
That we made.
That was spray lacquer, right?
I have spray. It's like a satin finish. It's not glossy. So,
would you be worried at all that might make the ink on that paper run though?
Well, I used it on that paper. There's a paper applique and it didn't.
Okay.
So
it's just I don't know how those were printed. I don't know if it was inkjet or laser.
What I might do before I do that is, you think a a couple of coats of the hairspray and then that stuff on top of it? Would the hairspray set it?
Is the one you have water-based, like water soluble? Like
I don't
hairspray is
think
water
so.
soluble. Okay, then I wouldn't.
Okay. No, I think it's oil-based.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
technically speaking, okay, tangent, because I know about other things. You can cover water soluble with oil-based, but I don't know that I would on something like paper.
Okay.
Only because I've never done it before.
Well, the table that I'm talking about, it had several coats of Mod Podge over it.
Mhm.
And then I used acrylic paint to black, watered down to like wash it in
Yeah.
black to make it look grungy.
Yeah.
And then completely dried
Mhm.
and then sealed it with several light coats of the, I don't know what to call it.
Spray lacquer.
Spray. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you probably would be safe to do a couple coats hairspray, but honestly, I don't think it's necessary. If your
Okay.
spray lacquer didn't mess with that other thing, then just do it.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Yep.
But yeah,
Okay.
it was, I mean, those were super cheap, right? The little wood tiles I got with the prints on.
Mhm.
But that person went out of business. And I can't find any more. I got them on Etsy.
Yeah.
But I can't find any more. So it's like, I don't want to wear out the ones I have. So I just literally laid them all out one day and just hit them all with like 7 or 8 coats hairspray.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
do you want to see a smidge of insanity?
Sure.
It's my turn to step out of frame.
I love your suitcases.
Thank
I
you.
always have.
They're getting a little out of control now. I'll be honest. When they're taller than an upright piano. But I would make like 2 stacks, but I don't have another place to
You don't have.
So
yeah, you have the floor space.
Like my house isn't tiny, but you know.
Yep.
All right, here's my insanity. You've already seen this, but I don't think I've bared my soul to anybody else in public. Useful reminder collection.
That's awesome.
And this isn't all of them because there are some on projects. There are some magnetized to my floor lamp for knit or stitching. But yeah, you can see how many of those are the ones I ordered from that guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That are the paper tiles.
Yep. Yep.
But awesome. the hairspray trick seems to have worked. So I used a bunch of those Christmas ones for a solid 2 months. No rubbing of edges at all. Yeah.
Well, this one didn't get a lot of use because my 14-year-old was at the time was doing a little bit of stitching but wasn't real consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And it ended up in this bag, which I just came across as I was going through my very small grouping of stitch related items.
It hasn't gone that long though, because when I was at your house last time, not last time before, it was sitting right there on the end table. So
yep. So, but I had forgotten about the needle minder. Being in there. Yeah. So I will pull that out again. Because I need it. Well, no, I don't need it because Christmas I got like a dozen of them. Yep. So this one
and included. You would think
that one included.
I love it that it matches with that. Yep.
Yeah, that's on the Libra.
That's cool.
So, well, I think there is more stuff, but I think maybe we can save it for next time.
There's gonna be a next time?
Yes.
Do you want to hear some funny shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I showed you this earlier, right?
Yep.
The copious notes for, let's talk about this and let's mention that, and I literally can check maybe 2 off.
So there really is stuff for next time.
So there really were so many tangents.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but you know what? I mean, the podcasts that I enjoy the most are the ones where I feel like I've sat down with 2 people who really like each other, and I'm included in that. So, we hope that people come back time after time and enjoy our shenanigans and, comment and like, and that gives us a boost.
But
And
don't leave bitchy comments.
No, because we'll just delete those. So
bye-bye.
Yeah, don't waste your time. Don't waste ours.
Yeah.
Just move on. Just move on.
Oh, I will say, shout out.
Yeah.
Which I said I would never do, but I have to this time. Okay, so you haven't watched them yet. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you haven't watched them yet. Brenda and Laura, the serial starter.
Yes. They're on here. I just subscribed.
Okay, but to be honest, they probably won't be a favorite for you as they are for me because, like I said, our styles are vastly different, right? So there is going to be a plethora of samplers and very few, just very few things that are like specifically your style. But they are so
Oh, hey, Riann.
And you much love each other. Are you okay? Hi, I'm back. Are you back?
You were really, really glitchy, so I have no idea if that got into the recording or not. Did somebody get home and start using?
No? Do you hear dead people?
Okay, I don't know what that was. Okay.
Oh, wait, what thing do you think you heard last that I said?
You said that you were talking about they had a few things that I might enjoy as far as stitching, but they were really, really good at, and then I didn't get anything else.
So they have like a plethora of samplers and stuff, like things that are more up my alley, okay? But they are so cute together, and you can tell that they really genuinely like each other and they love each other, and they're just the sense of humor. I mean,
okay,
they could rival us with how funny they are.
So there's your shout out.
Anyway, so Laura, on their last flosstube, Laura mentioned that she had watched me and like, I fangirled. I mean, we've been Insta friends for a while, and she's bought several of my bags, right? Like over the years.
Yeah.
So we're not complete strangers to one another, but I still fangirled because, and then she and Brenda both left such sweet comments on my video, and I was like, oh. Yay! Thank you, Laura and Brenda.
So that, that's the kind of thing, that people come back, time after time, and, and it gives us a legitimate, like we need one, excuse to do this.
I can talk to myself all day long, but it is more fun to talk to you.
I'd much rather talk with you. You're much more interesting conversationalist than I am with myself. So.
Oh, thanks. I feel like I've accomplished something great.
Okay. Well, you probably need a smoke break, and I need a potty break. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
And on that note,
you want to do it again in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Same time, same place.
Yep.
I was gonna make a funny joke earlier. Side note, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna make a funny joke earlier before we were recording, and before you cleaned off your countertop. I was gonna say I can see your balls because you had Fireball on it. Yep.
It gets cold enough, I'll be pulling it out.
I mean, I kind of lost the segue for that joke, but I found one, didn't I? I made it myself.
Damn good. Yep, I'll be pulling that. See your ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good chat. I love you.
Yep. I love you too. Bye, everybody.
Same time. Bye, everybody.